Life can feel like a tough road sometimes, and we often find ourselves stuck in a rut, feeling like we're failing. But here's the thing. Many times, it's not our circumstances, our habits that keep us tethered to this sense of failure. If you're feeling like a failure, chances are there are 10 habits in your life you need to say goodbye to. These habits could be holding you back, thwarting your progress, and dimming your inner spark. 1. Stop comparing yourself to others. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with images of success. Social media feeds, glossy magazines, TV shows. They all seem to scream at us. Look how amazing their lives are. And it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our lives to these curated portrayals of perfection. But here's the truth. Comparing yourself to others is a one-way ticket to feeling like a failure. Because there will always be someone who seems to have more success, more money, more happiness. The key is to understand that everyone has their journey, with its ups and downs. Just because someone else seems to be up right now, doesn't mean you're failing. The initial habit to bid farewell to is the consistent act of comparison. Instead, concentrate on your journey, your progress, and your triumphs. Keep in mind that the sole individual worth comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday. As long as you're advancing, no matter how modest the progress, you're not experiencing failure. 2. Letting fear dictate your decisions. I remember a time in my life when I was riddled with fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of making the wrong decisions. This fear held me back and kept me stuck in a place that was comfortable, but not fulfilling. I felt like a failure because I wasn't moving forward. One day, I decided to take a leap of faith. I applied for a job that I thought was way out of my league. To my surprise, I got it. That was a turning point for me. It made me realize that fear had been dictating my decisions. Fear is natural and it's okay to feel it, but giving it the power to control your decisions, that's a habit we need to say goodbye to. Every time you let fear stop you from taking a step forward, you reinforce the feeling of failure. Therefore, don't allow fear to dictate your choices. Embrace the fear and proceed anyway. This is the path to overcoming the sense of failure and beginning to perceive yourself as successful. 3. Holding on to past mistakes. Mistakes are a part of life. Everyone makes them. But when we hold on to those mistakes, replaying them over and over in our minds, they become chains that bind us to the past and hinder our progress. Neuroscience tells us that every time we recall a memory, we're not remembering the event itself but the last time we thought about it. This means each time we revisit a past mistake, we're reinforcing its impact on our minds. Letting go of past mistakes doesn't mean forgetting them or denying their consequences. It means accepting what happened, learning from it, and then moving on. Holding on to past mistakes is a habit that needs to go. If you want to stop feeling like a failure, a mistake is not a life sentence. It's just a lesson on the path to success. 4. Neglecting self-care. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to put self-care on the back burner. You're too busy trying to meet deadlines, fulfill responsibilities, and chase success. But when you neglect self-care, you're setting yourself up for burnout. And when you're burned out, everything feels like a failure. Self-care isn't just about spa days or weekend getaways. It's about taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health daily. It's about eating right, getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, and taking time to relax and recharge. Neglecting self-care is a habit that needs to be, if you want to stop feeling like a failure. Because when you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to handle life's challenges and less likely to feel overwhelmed by them. 5. Waiting for the perfect moment. How many times have you held back from doing something because the timing wasn't right? Waiting for the perfect moment to start a project, to make a change, or to take a risk might seem logical. But here's the thing. The perfect moment rarely comes. Life is chaotic and unpredictable. More often than not, waiting for the perfect moment turns into never taking action at all. Life is chaotic and unpredictable. More often than not, waiting for the perfect moment turns into never taking action at all. And that can leave you feeling like a failure. That's just life tips for today. See you again in the video will come, and don't forget this channel subscribe. Thanks.